I have been looking forward to the release of Manor Lords ever since I played the demo about a year and a half ago. I had a great time with the demo. I shared it on my channel. The thing about that was once you exit the demo, your game was lost. You couldn't save a demo. But I remember after playing it, I said that I am a fan and I cannot wait to actually start playing this game and actually doing an extended playthrough where I have a save file and I can keep revisiting the city. So yes, Manor Lords is out. It's released. I am so happy that it is here. I'm happy for the developer who has been working on this game for what I hear is about 7 years. And it's such a wonderful game. It's got wonderful graphics, great music. It's just got a really good feel to it. What I want to do is, at some point, I know I'm going to be doing tutorials. I really want to just kind of get into building a village and doing it at kind of a relaxed pace. Yes, we'll do tutorials where we're really going through it quickly with some quick edits, but what I want to do is I just want to sit back with a cup of coffee and I invite you to watch with me as we get started with a village. Yes, this is going to be kind of relaxed and laid back, but if you are wondering about some of the mechanics, how to get started with a village, is this game right for you, things of that nature, yeah, I'm going to be doing it in a way where I'm offering what I know, how to get a village started. But Manor Lords is extremely for it's a very sandbox city builder. There are so many ways to go about it, but I'm going to show one of the ways that I like to get started with the village, and I invite you to play along. But if you're just wanting to sit back and watch me get started with a village, great. I'm glad you're here. But that's what I want to do is I want to just this is kind of like just an introduction to Manor Lords. So we've got three modes. There's more coming, but we've got Rise to Prosperity, we've got Restoring the Peace, and we've got On the Edge. The default is Restoring the Peace, which is kind of a combination of, yes, the city building aspect of it, but also having to deal with bandit camps as well. Whereas Rise to Prosperity is simply the city building aspect, and then On the Edge is much more aggressive as far as having to deal with the elements and having to deal with enemy forces. This Restoring the Peace is where I want to get started because yes, I'm really leaning towards the city building aspect, but I think that from a gameplay, it's good to show the bandits dealing with being attacked and things of that nature. The only thing that I'm going to change is Raider free years. I'm going to take that from 2 years to 3 years. That's really the only change. So let's get started. I'm excited. All right, wonderful. The very first thing that I want to do, let's pause. That's the first thing because we need to get a feel for where we are, what's going on. This and the other thing that I want to do is I want to spend more time down at this level. When you watch me do Sim City or City Skylines, we spend so much time well out that bird's eye view. Let's spend some time down here, but these are our first set of villagers. Let's open up the message. As of right now, we're not going to be worrying about messages, but this is their initial homeless people's tents. So this is all they have. We've got some supplies here: bread, firewood, stone, tools, one ox, and timber. Upper left information. So we've got 5 unassigned families. We're going to be giving them some duties here. So these are unassigned, these are assigned. Living space, so how many individuals are homeless or have a place to live. Total population, approval rating, 50%, but it's going to drop once we start playing. Public order, really not that important right now. I want to go through this real briefly just to give you an idea, and then we'll get into it more in depth. Regional wealth. This is going to allow us to make some upgrades to some things. This is our livestock. Number of months before supplies run out. Now this is important. As of right now, we have 4 months of food. We're not using any fuel because it is March. So we've got a little bit of time. It's spring, year 1. We can click on this. This takes us to our development tree. We'll worry about that a little bit later. Homelessness. So this is showing what is important. No recent events. We're paused. Surplus goods. This is the default view. We can click on it to show total goods stored. I want to know what the surplus is, and these are the things that we can keep in storage. So construction items such as timber, planks, stone, food. The only thing that we have to eat right now is bread. 20 firewood. We have no crops, no crafting materials, no commodities. So we've got nothing. Militia has nothing. Here I am. I can go into visit mode. So here I am walking around with my early settlers. And then information about the treasury and royal tax, king's favor. We'll get into that well down the line. That's not important for right now. Let's zoom out. Let's pause again because we went into visitor mode. Let's zoom out. This shows the different regions. So this is the region that we have right now. But these are the various regions. The most important thing, let's also zoom back out. So you can see the King's Road. So there's already a road in existence. And it looks like there's a bit of a road that leads up to our homeless camp. See that road there? That leads to the main King's Road. So that's important to keep in mind. So we'll worry about that. Over here, wild animals. Rich deposit of wild animals. And when you see that emblem right above it, that lets you know it's a rich deposit. We have berries. It is not a rich deposit of berries. It is growing, seasonal. So in the winter, we will not have access to the berries. Clay, iron. We have a rich deposit of stone. But really, right now, we've just got to survive. So let's plan this out. So I know now. I do wish we were closer to the wild animals. We're not. We're close to the berries, but my focus is going to be on the wild animals. So how do we want to do this? I want to plan out my roads a bit. Don't have to pay for roads. Let's do this. Let's maybe connect it to this. Let's take advantage of what's already here. Let's bring this out to here. Let's do that. Now, we've got some supplies on the ground. I do not want to take the chance of those supplies going bad. So we want to store them. I want to start hunting the 3 things that I really need to work on: food, housing, and firewood. But most important, let's do a road from here to here. Let's also continue this road out in that direction. All right, so the granary. This is a place where we're going to be storing our food products. We also have a storehouse where you can store things that are not food items. These are the two important things that I want to get started on soon. I also want to think ahead because if I'm going to be doing hunting and cutting down trees, I want that close by. So let's do the granary here. Let's do the storehouse. I want to cut down trees. Let's maybe do the storehouse over there. Of the two, I think the granary is a bit more important. Let's take its priority up just a bit. We only have 2 items. But let's go ahead and start playing.
Come on, laddie. Come on.
So he's going to take the ox,
Come on, laddie. Come on.
start collecting timber. Take it over here. Now I need 2 timber, 10 stone. My storehouse, I need 2 timber. Friedland.
The joist for the rafters already.
Just a bit more. Nice.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to...
Now another good thing is when I do the granary, I get a wheelbarrow so we can carry more. I have to assign, so over here, nobody is assigned. I have to assign at least 1 family.
Let's get to work.
Now, they are going to go and start collecting this. I do not want, especially the food, I do not want it just sitting out because the weather, we could lose. All I have right now is bread. So let's store that. Storehouse is complete. Let's put 1 family on that. So I have 3 families unassigned. When they're unassigned, they will work on construction. And then I have 2 families assigned. So 1 family is going to be moving my non-edible supplies to the storehouse. And then 1 family is going to be moving my edibles to the granary. Nothing is stored yet. While they're doing that, the hunting camp. There is no construction cost for the hunting camp. Let's put it there. Now, as soon as this family, almost 12, so there should be just a bit more bread. There is nothing left. Yeah, so I don't want them doing nothing. I'm going to take that family off. Let's see what we have here. right. That last load to the storehouse. Now, while they're doing that, now the hunting camp is finished. I want to assign a family
We
to
need more men
hunt.
at the camp.
And then the other thing that I want to do, so now we have a rich deposit of animals. So you see where it says 39 of 40. I don't want to hunt the animals so that they're unable, so that we basically hunt them all off. I only want to hunt half. So let's do 20. So that's my limit. And that will allow them to continue to breed, and we will have animals to hunt for a while. To see where my people are, let's click on people, and you can see them off to do some hunting. All right. Over here we have storehouse. Now, I want some of this wood. I don't want to cut wood over here where the animals are. So let's come over here. Logging camp. Now we have 3 unassigned families. Actually, we're going to have more than that because I believe we've got what we need here. Let's unassign that family. So now one family is hunting, and everybody else is going to start constructing.
Can I stay with 3?
So we need 3 things:
Oh, this is heavier than it looks.
food, housing, firewood. Food is now about to be provided for. We got to start working on housing, but I need more timber for housing.
Summer's coming soon. Nice work.
I'm going to need the wood cutter for firewood. We're not in desperate need of firewood yet. But let's do that.
Just give me a hammer and something decent. Nice work.
All right, so we've gotten our supplies off the ground, so we don't have to worry about that going bad. We're hunting. We're putting together our logging camp. We're going to start working on our
Come on,
wood
lady.
cutter.
Come on.
I want our hitching post. I want to relocate it closer to my logging camp because we're going to be carrying the law, and I just, from a logistics standpoint, I want to save as much. So what's probably going to happen is this is going to be kind of become my industrial area. We're going to be doing hunting and gathering over here. We're going to be living in this area. This is the King's Road. We're going to be setting up some trading. All right, so now this is important. I need logs. Let's put
Hey, give us a hand up.
3 families on that. 4 of my 5 families are assigned. 3 on logging, one on hunting, and then my remaining family is going to work on the hitching post. And then they're going to work on the woodcutter's lodge. Now, just like I did not want to hunt more animals than can be sustained, I want to make sure that we are only cutting down timber in an area of our choosing. So I don't want to be cutting down timber anywhere else other than this radius. Perfect. That way we are not cutting down woods where our berries are and where our wild animals are. Hitching post is complete. So now our ox is going to be a little bit closer, and we're going to get another ox at some point. That's going to help us with transporting our timber. Let's get this going. We have got to get some housing. So we want burgage plots. I need enough housing for my families. Let's do, I want it to show up where you see that outline of a house, but also right above it, see that hammer? That indicates an extension. That's what I want. I want an extension. Let's do that. That's 3 houses. And those extensions were relatively small. Now what I want, let's do this. Actually, I want bigger extensions. Let's...
Can't stay with his brick.
Good.
Summer's coming soon.
I'm going to take some families off. Took some families off of that, so now we've got 3 of 5. One family is hunting. One family is cutting timber, but 3 can start constructing. My approval rating is at 48. And once we get them homes, that should help the approval rating. People will not migrate to my town until we've got an approval rating of at least 50. All right, 1 house is complete. And a family just moved in. So let's get 5 more houses. I'm gonna need a market. And I'd like for the market to be close to my granary. Let's see if we can fit it. So 17 stalls. That's not bad.
If I have to spend
21.
an Albert Farm,
8 stalls. That should be fine.
give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
Another house. Wonderful.
Don't forget to brace the frame of the door. We don't want it to sag.
Now, while they're building up here, 50 regional wealth. We're going to start spending that regional wealth. I need these houses with the larger land areas to be completed.
Careful with that beam there.
All right. 3 houses down. A food stall has been complete.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beaten sun.
So that's going to be, so if we come over here, click on it. So you see this family, you see that icon right next to it? This family owns a market stall. So they are not only going to be hunting, they're going to be taking the meat to the market. The graphics of this game are just amazing. I love the look and feel of this game.
Gotta smooth that beam over there.
Eventually we'll be able to get rid of that camp and get everybody into a home.
Give me a hammer and something needs to not move. Can't stay with his grip.
Now, while they're building that, when you're building a burgage plot, you can build it in such a way. Let's do this, this, and you see that other little house up here?
Summer's coming soon.
Yeah, see that? So I could build that. I would have a primary house, a secondary house, and an extension. And you can do that, but I'm going to want some artisans, and I only want to dedicate one family per artisan.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beaten
But
sun.
for some of our families moving in, we may do that. And I may do it just to demonstrate how you would do that. Because we are going to have some families move in.
Come along, lad.
Let's go ahead. Burgage plot.
She never.
Just
She simply does not know how to
too close. Let's come over here.
come along, lad. Come on, lad.
Got it. And I'll demonstrate how that works. burgage plot. Now, I want to click on this one. I think they're all about the same size. Yeah. Let's click on this one. And you see here where I can construct a backyard extension. Vegetable garden. And it's going to cost me 15 regional wealth. I have 50. I want to make sure that I'm... Yeah, we may do multiples. Vegetable garden. So now, this family in this home is going to be working on a vegetable garden. I've got underground water close by. Let's do a well.
Get to work, lads.
Right there.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad day. These things do happen from time to time.
Let's do another hitching post.
Let's go, people.
There. Now, I don't want them to start working on the hitching posts before they... So let's move... Let's make our priorities there. Finish the houses and then work on the hitching post. Once we get people into homes, the only thing that's really bringing down our approval rating is the fact that we've got homeless people. And we are closing in on accomplishing that. Nice. Dorothea is plowing. So this is a good option when you do not have fertile land, or if you just don't want to deal with. So our starting settlement was here. Look at that. So none of the really good fertile land. So let them handle the farming. Your approval rating does go up when there is a nice variety of food. Friedland, transporting a carcass. Now you notice Friedland
You all know what that means, huh?
is taking this roadway. Let's help Friedland and let's help ourselves out. So what Friedland is doing, and it is costing us some time. Friedland is catching an animal and is taking this road. So let's help them out a bit. I'm going to take a road to where the berries are. It's May. Now, let's take a look at our... It's not completely full. But once this fills up, they will stop what they're doing. So let's come over here and let's assign a family.
Hey, give us a hand over here.
And now this family is going to stop constructing. They're going to walk over here and they're going to get everything that's in storage here and move it into the granary. Nickel.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
Look, that's why I'm glad we put down the granaries. See the cart? I'm going to put a family on
Come on,
this.
people. Get to work.
Let's do vegetables.
This is heavier than it looks.
Thank you very much. Go back to doing what you were doing, which is constructing. We have a development point, and I think we're going to focus on trade. I think that's what we're going to do. But we've got to, first of all, get to the point where we're surviving. I want us to be able to get through this first winter. All right. Food, housing, firewood. We've got houses.
Come along, lad.
I'm going to take a...
Come on, people. Get to work.
Let's do that. One family is going to continue constructing. But now we're working on hunting. We got some families gardening. And firewood. I have 4 months of food, 3 months of fuel. We just completed a stall for firewood. So now they can walk to the market. They can walk to the market. They can now get food, firewood. Our approval rating is at 50. That market food variety is giving us a +3. Homelessness, -3. It takes time for that to fall off. So it's just going to take time. So once that falls off, our approval is definitely going to climb up. We're almost finished with an additional burgage plot. When it's finished, I will demonstrate, because as of right now, one family can move in. I want to demonstrate how you can get more than one family on the same plot. Because remember, when we did the outline of this, there was an extra house. Nice. Construction's complete. Now I'm going to click on it. And over here, expand the living space. It just costs 2 timber. And now an additional living space will show up here. 51% approval. We're going to start getting people immigrating here. But nice start. Look at this. Our homeless tent camp is gone. They have a place to live. We've got assigned families either gardening, hunting, making firewood. Hitching post is complete.
We all know what that means.
We've got a well. It will be a nice addition. But we'll be foraging soon. Seasonal, it is going up, so it's growing. But we're still in spring, so we're doing well. Very well and very good.
Gave the old ox a hand from amongst old grass. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
Very good. And when we come back, we're going to continue expanding. Hopefully we can get some additional villagers because I'm going to need more people. I'm going to have more things that I need people to do. We're going to start making some preparations to do some trading. We've got to continue to upgrade our burgage plots, do some foraging for some berries. But until then, look at this. Really nice. What a nice view. But until then, we will see you next time for more Manor Lords.